Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's a professional here. Today I wanted to give you guys a new money guide. This is a two-player guide, so you will need one other friend to help you, but it's very easy to do, and you can do it in an invite-only session. This guide requires no businesses. It only requires a terabyte. The office isn't really necessary because you can still be a VIP, but I would personally recommend getting an office just so you can do unlimited CEO work. A buzzard, while it's not necessary, will also help. Now with this guide, you can make between $450,000 to $500,000 per hour. That's right. So let me show you what to do. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is, like in the other guides, we're going to want to be right up here at Los Santos Customs. This one works the best because this is where the nicer cars spawn. And as you can see, my friend is right there. You need to have one friend with you to maximize profit with this guide. I'll explain why you need that friend in a little bit. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is steal a car, usually nicer cars spawn up here, and sell it. We're selling an Ubermacht Oracle XS in this case. So we sell this. And have your friend also sell their car if they want to get money from theirs. Don't have them sell it while they're in your CEO because they'll actually give you the full cut. Okay, so we sold that car. So we got $8,200 for it. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to form a CEO, and we're going to invite our friend to it. So right there, Lloyd is invited. He's going to join. He's in the CEO, and we're going to spawn a buzzard. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to VIP challenges and go to this one called point to point. Mark an area that's right outside the red circle and fly to it. Hit it, and when you hit it, you're going to get $10,500. Now, what you're going to want to do is go to inventory cash, share cash from last job, and split with members. This will give both of you 50%. It's an easy $5,000 for less than a minute of work. On PC, you can't split the money, but you can do the same tactic. Just switch it up. Have one person go to the point, and then have another person take the full cut. That's the way to do it on PC. But on console, you can just split it. Right after that, you're going to want to do a headhunter. So just start up a headhunter and do that. Now we're already at $33,950, just for like around 4 minutes of work. Okay, so right after that, we're going to want to go to our Terrorbyte. Spawn the Terrorbyte, go right inside. Once we're inside the Terrorbyte, we're going to want to go to the touchscreen computer, and we're going to want to go to client jobs. This one is my favorite one, diamond shopping. Start up diamond shopping, and have your friend go to the diamond store in between. So as you're going to the Terrorbyte, have your friend start going to the diamond store. Just don't have them wait. Just don't have them wait there before, because then you can't start the mission if your friends are too close to it. But you don't need to drive the Terrorbyte there. You don't even need to use the drones. All you basically need to do is just go to the store, start shooting your way through, and you can just take the diamonds. You don't have to waste time on the drone. This will save a lot of time. I didn't know about this the first time when I did my solo $4 million a day guide, but I thank you guys for telling me about this strategy. So you don't really need to use the drones. Don't do that. Don't drive the Terrorbyte there. So in this case, we're just going to leave the buzzard there. We're going to let our friend get into it. He's going to get into it, and he's going to take off. In the meantime, what we're going to do while our friend is going up there, we already got $30,000. Now, this is the part that's going to get a few people confused. You're going to want to have a scuba diving suit, and you're going to want to have that equipped. And some people are probably wondering, why do you have a scuba diving suit? How is that going to help? You're going to want to go to VIP challenges, and you're going to want to start up this job called Salvage. Fly over to this area right here. This area is where the best area for salvage is. Just don't fly too close, or else the salvage area will spawn in a different location. So once we get over to the salvage area, make sure you have your scuba diving suit equipped before you start salvage, because then you're not going to be able to switch outfits. So we go in here, and I'm speeding up this clip, but the scuba diving suit, you can breathe underwater forever, and you also swim a lot faster underwater. So each checkpoint that you pick up is an extra $50. So now we're at $200 per checkpoint, and up until $500. And when you collect all the checkpoints, you will have $20,000, and not only that, but you will also get a $17,000 bonus. So right there, we collected all the checkpoints, and we got $17,500. Now what you're going to want to do is go to cash. Now in this case, you are going to want to give your friend 100% of the cut. In point to point, we're splitting with members. The reason that you want to give 100% of the cut is because when you pick up all 50 checkpoints, you get around $20,000. Your friend doesn't get anything. Rockstar expects you to compete with one another in this challenge, but if one player picks up all the checkpoints in a scuba diving suit really quickly, then you can just split it with your friends, and you can both make a nice profit here. So in this case, when you get the $17,500 bonus, we're going to give our friend 100% of the cut because we already have $20,000. And on PC, I know that you can't split cash on PC. I was told that by a lot of people, and this goes for point to point as well. What you can still do this strategy on PC, just the only difference is you're going to want to let one person get the point to point, let them keep the full cut, one person get the full cut for salvage, because we're going to be doing these back to back, and then you rotate, and then the next person takes the full cut for point to point and salvage. So you can still do this. You just gotta not split the cash one person at a time. You just switch around the jobs. But if you're playing on console, you can just split it and have the same person doing it over and over again. And this also goes for if you're not able to split any more cash. If the game tells you you're not able to split any more cash, have the other person start doing it and have them start splitting cash with you. Additionally, while you are picking up the checkpoints underwater, have your friend hover their helicopter right over the salvage area. The reason is because they'll get an extra $3,000. So instead of getting $17,000, they'll get $20,000 because they'll get that $3,000 on top of the whole cut that you give them. So you can basically be both getting around $20,000, no problem with this. Very easy with the scuba diving suit. I highly suggest you guys get it. Get it at the clothing store in the outfit section. Okay, so right after that, we're going to start up a Headhunter. If you're quick, you can start up a Sightseer because you can beat the cooldown and then you can do Headhunter afterwards. Unfortunately here, we didn't manage to beat the cooldown, but that's fine. We did a Headhunter, which is pretty simple. Always do Headhunter in the city. Don't do it in the countryside because then it takes a lot longer. In the city, the targets are a lot closer to each other. Very easy to take out. So after that, we're going to want to go and start up a point-to-point again. Now, mark an area that's the closest outside the red circle. Don't mark it too far, but just right outside the red circle, someplace that you can easily hit. Fly on over to it. We hit that, get 10,500. We're going to go to inventory cash, share cash with last job, split with members. So we're both basically getting around $5,000 for less than a minute of work. After that, we're going to want to go back to that Terrorbyte. We're going to want to go to client jobs, and this time we're going to want to do targeted data. When you spawn a Terrorbyte, make sure you spawn it somewhere closer to the Life Invader office because it's always going to be the Life Invader office, the same place. Just not too close, because if you spawn it too close, then it won't let you start the mission. So just a few blocks away, but not really, really close. Okay, so we get the drone in here, and only have one person go in the drone station. Your friend, what they're going to do in the meantime is they're going to be flying a buzzard or some kind of weaponized vehicle, some kind of air vehicle where they can get from point A to point B really fast, because the second that you hack these two laptops, there's going to be one target spawning, and your friend can save a lot of time by just flying right over to that target. So just have your friend fly around the city, some kind of aircraft. A buzzard works the best for this, and the second that you hack these two computers, your friend can just go right over there, take that target out, and you can save a lot of time. So right here, we're going to hack the second computer, we're going to hack the first one, and we're done with that. Okay, so now we get out of the drone station, and we're going to be going outside. We go outside, and our friend right here took out the target. We completed that in less than 3 minutes, and get an easy $30,000. We're already at $142,000 for around 10 minutes of work. Pretty good, right? Okay, so right after that, we're going to want to go to VIP work and see Headhunter has a 4-minute and 50-second cooldown. In the meantime, we're going to do Sightseer. And Sightseer, when we finish that, we're going to have a Headhunter ready right away because the 5-minute cooldown will still be going while we're doing Sightseer. So we finish Sightseer, we pick up all 3 packages, get around 22,500, already at 164,000. Right after that, we're going to do Headhunter. Headhunter's ready. Headhunter and Sightseer are the 2 best VIP works to do back-to-back, in my opinion. We do Headhunter, we take out the target right here, get 20,500 at 185,000 already. Okay, so moving on right here, we're going to want to go right back to the Terrorbyte, spawn the Terrorbyte, and we're going to want to start up our next job called Robbery in Progress here. And Robbery in Progress, Diamond Shopping, and Targeted Data are the best ones. Don't do Data Sweep because Data Sweep you have to look for multiple vehicles. Targeted Data, Robbery in Progress, and Diamond Shopping always have you going to one specific location. So right here, we're going to be looking for a random bank that's being robbed. We found it to be the Sandy Shores Bank. I found that it's almost always the Sandy Shores Bank or the Vespucci Beach Bank. In this case, it's the Sandy Shores Bank. So our friend is going to rush on over there, and you can use the buzzard for a lot of these missions. Buzzard's very helpful for this. You can use it to clear out the cops and the bank robber. I was pretty close to this location, so I picked up my friend, and I drove him to the drop-off. We get around $30,000. We're already at $215,000. So right after that, we're going to want to do another point-to-point. Point-to-point cooldown is 10 minutes, as in the Headhunter and Sightseer also has a 10-minute cooldown. The client jobs, they have a 30-minute cooldown though. So we're gonna hit split with members right there. Each get around $5,000. And after that, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to do a Sightseer. Sightseer is ready. I'm gonna start that up. Pick up the packages here. Get that around 242,000. Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna want to go right back to the Terrorbyte after that. And this is around 30 minutes of playing right now. So Diamond Shopping is ready again. We're going to want to spawn Diamond Shopping. Remember, it has a 30-minute cooldown. Have your friends start going to the diamond store. Take the diamonds, start shooting their way in. You don't need to use the drones. They went in. You get $30,000. Right after that, start up a salvage. Head over to the area. And in this case, I made a big mistake. I was too close to the salvage location. That location of the docks is the best one. But if you're too close to it, it won't spawn right there. Make sure that you're close, but not extremely close to it. I had to go all the way over here, but still basically the same process. The drops here are a little farther, so it takes a little more time. But I pick up all 50 checkpoints. Look at that. Get around $20,000 from picking up all the checkpoints. Get $17,000 bonus. We're going to give that right to our friend 100%. He's hovering over the area. He's going to get an extra $3,000. We're both around $20,000 even. And make sure your friend also picks you up with a buzzard, because sometimes when you're doing salvage, you're going to be swimming and you're going to be coming up on a dock and you don't really have transportation. So right after that, we're going to do a headhunter. Headhunter's ready. Take out the target. Target taken out. $20,500. Nice. We are already up to $315,000 for 40 minutes of work. Not bad, right, guys? So right after that, same drill again. We're going to be starting up a point-to-point, going to that location, hitting the checkpoint here. $10,500. Split it with our friend. Inventory cash. Split with members. Get around $5,000 for each person. Up to $321,000. Go right back to the Terrorbyte. Start up targeted data. The 30-minute cooldown on targeted data is over. We go back in here. Hack the computers with the drones. This one you need to do with the drones, though. The diamond shopping one, you don't need to, but this one you do. So while we were hacking those computers, our friend was flying around in a buzzard. He was waiting for the target to be shown, and he took the target out right away, so we didn't have to fly over there and kill them. We got an extra $30,000 at $351,000. Right after that, Sightseer is ready. We do a Sightseer. Pick up the packages here. Nice, $372,000 already. Right after that, we're going to want to go to VIP challenges, spawn salvage. And I found that it works best when you don't pass the highway, because if you pass the highway, it almost always spawns a salvage somewhere else. So stay behind the highway. This location is the best location for salvage because the drops are pretty close to each other. We pick up each checkpoint here, get the money again, finish that off, and we split it with our buddy here. Last one there. Nice. $17,000 again. Split that. Inventory cash. Share cash from last job. Give your friend 100% of the cut. When our friend hovers over the area, you get the extra $3,000. Right after that's done, we're going to want to do another headhunter. And I personally recommend having the scuba diving suit equipped at all times, just so you don't have to keep constantly switching it. So we start up headhunter, and we take out the targets here. $20,500. Nice, right? $415,000. Pretty good money, right? So we're moving on right here. We're almost through the whole hour. We start up another point-to-point. Get on over to the checkpoint. Hit that. Go to inventory cash. Split with members. $420,000. After that, we go right back to our Terrorbyte for one last time. We start up robbery in progress. The 30-minute cooldown on that is over. We find which bank is being hit. In this case, it's the Vespucci Beach, the other bank. It's usually the Sandy Shores Bank and the Vespucci Beach Bank. I don't think other banks can be hit because I've only seen Vespucci and Sandy Shores being hit. So we tell our friend, tell your friend on the mic ahead of time if you're in a party that specific bank is being hit, just so they can get there pretty quickly. But I picked my friend up with a buzzer right here, get out of the area, remove one level of Lester, deliver the package, easy $30,000 made. Okay, so right after that, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go back to VIP work, and we're going to want to start up Sightseer. Sightseer is ready, Headhunter is still on a cooldown, and remember, you can beat the cooldowns, because when you finish Headhunter, there's a 10-minute cooldown. In between, as you do those challenges, and you do other VIP works, that cooldown is still processing for Headhunter, so you can do this. You can do Sightseer and Headhunter back to back if you put a challenge in there to salvage the point-to-points and the client jobs in between. So that's pretty much it right there, guys. We've hit $474,000, and your associate, your friend, they are going to be making more money than you actually, because they're going to be getting $10,000 every 15 minutes if you have CEO pay the highest. If you have it the lowest, they'll be getting $5,000 every 15 minutes, but it's still an addition. It's a nice addition. So I got $474,000 in this case. My friend, he got over $500,000. We're going to want to deposit that money right into our bank right here. Pretty good money per hour, right? And this requires no businesses, only requires a terabyte. Let's go into some calculations to break this down into more detail though. So here we come to our calculations, guys. Let's say that we sell one car, as we did in the beginning. Let's say it's a good car for $8,000. That's $8,000 every hour, basically for not doing much, just for a minute, stealing a car, selling it, $8,000. We do 5 point-to-points. You split it with your friend. It's $5,250 each time, which would get us a total of $26,250. We do 3 salvage. We take the scuba diving suit, pick up all the checkpoints, get around $20,000, give $17,000 to our friend from the bonus. He hovers over the area. You each get around $20,000. That's $60,000 extra. We do 5 headhunters. Headhunter, let's say that we get $20,500 for each one. That's $102,500. Then we move on to doing 4 sightseers in that hour. Let's say we get around $22,000 per sightseer. We would get $88,000. Then we go to our client jobs. We do 2 diamond shoppings, that's $30,000 each one, 60,000. 2 targeted data, 30,000 each one, 60 grand also, and 2 robbery in progress, which are also 30,000 each time. We get $60,000. And let's not forget our associate pay. Associates would actually get more money than the CEO because they would be getting, let's say, $10,000 every 15 minutes. That's the max one, so we're going to put that in here. If the minimum one is $5,000 every 15 minutes, but still, that's extra money for the associate. And if you combine all these together, you do this all in 1 hour, you could be making between $450,000 to $500,000 per hour. This guide requires no businesses. We did that in an invite-only session, guys. It was just me and my friend in there. We managed to get $450,000 to $500,000 per hour. So you don't really have to worry about somebody messing you up. You don't have to worry about somebody doing another CEO work in between while you're doing this and blocking your CEO work. You can do this in a private lobby with your friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think down below. And again, all you need for this guide is a Terrorbyte. That's all you pretty much need. The office, recommended. The buzzard is recommended as well. You can still do these jobs as a VIP, but you would be limited in the amount of time that you can do them for. For CEO, you can do unlimited VIP work. There is really no cooldown. And again, for PC players, because on PC you can't split cash, this guide still applies to you. You can still do this guide on PC with your friend. The only difference is when you do the point-to-points and you do the salvages, one friend takes the entire point-to-point cut, one friend takes the entire salvage cut, and they just rotate. Since you can't switch back and forth, you would just rotate, each person getting the whole cut. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy my content, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.